Which of the English accents is the hardest to understand? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Julian Northbrook from doingenglish.com. Recently someone asked me a very good question. Julian, they asked, for you, the native speaker of British English, which of all the English accents do you find the most difficult to understand? Aha! Yes, yes, yes! A good question indeed. You see, when it comes to the English accents, variation is the rule, not the exception. In the United Kingdom alone, there are 56 main accent types, and each one of those accent types has infinite numbers of sub-accents, to the extent where we really don't actually know quite how many accents there are. And of course, the situation is exactly the same in America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. There are a lot of different English accents, some of them far trickier to understand than others. Take, for example, the Irish English accents. I spend a lot of time in Cork, and the Cork accent is really clear and really quite easy to understand. In fact, the Cork accent is pretty high up on my list of all-time favourite accents. I absolutely love it. But when I spent time up in Dublin, oh my god, a completely different kettle of fish. Twice I took a taxi, and twice I had no idea what the taxi driver was rambling on about. Their accents were as thick as mud, and it sounded like they were speaking really, really, really fast, which of course they weren't. It's just that my brain was unable to keep up with trying to process the sounds that it was taking in as words of English when they really didn't sound like words of English, or at least not as I know it. Then, of course, there are parts of Scotland, the Scottish Highlands, for example, or Glasgow. Now, just a stone's throw away in Edinburgh, no problem whatsoever. The Edinburgh accent is really clear and quite precise, and isn't really gonna challenge anybody. But Glasgow, oh my god, not a chance in hell. And then, of course, we can't forget the rural communities down in deepest, darkest Devon and Cornwall. Here I have a slight advantage because I grew up in those areas and I do kind of understand what he'd be saying. But, yeah, it's still tricky at best, and if you're not used to some of those accents down in Cornwall, you would swear that they were speaking a separate language. Which of course, once upon a time, they actually probably would have been, because Cornwall did used to have its own language, Cornish, which went extinct and has undergone somewhat of a revival, so hasn't completely disappeared, but anyway, I digress. Now, if you're interested in why there are so many different accents in England, the United Kingdom, and, well, the British Isles, check out this video right here, where I talk about the history of accents in, well, England, the United Kingdom, and the British Isles. But the point is that you have to learn a lot of different accents, and that they can sometimes be quite difficult to understand is not a problem limited to you, the English learner. No, no, no. Us native speakers have exactly the same problem. But it turns out that learning to understand, and indeed learning to speak with these accents, if you want to, is actually pretty simple and pretty easy to do. Not automatic, to be sure, if you're one of these people who have been living in, say, the United Kingdom for a long, long time and have never picked up the accent, pay attention, but fairly simple. And if you want to know how to nail your English accent, or indeed English accents, plural, because there's no reason why you can't learn as many as you like, you're going to want to check out my new, or at least new soon to come, book, Nail Your English Accent. Over the years, I've had the opportunity, privilege, and pleasure to interview various people on the topic of accent. For example, my good friend Jade Joddle and Amy Walker, the one and only accent chameleon, among others. What I've decided to do is to take everything that I learned from doing those various interviews and talking with various people and experts about the topic of accent and compile it all into one volume that you can take away and use to, well, nail your English accent fast. This isn't going to be another one of my 40-page, very, very short Kindle books, although I do absolutely love those. This is actually going to be a full-length book, similar to Master English Fast. It is coming out on Kindle, and the publication date is September the 1st, and that is a hard publication date. It's already out for pre-order, and you can, and should, if you like, pre-order it by heading over to nailyourenglish.accent.com or clicking on the link in the description. I haven't actually decided on the price of the book yet, so if you pre-order it, you're almost definitely gonna get a slightly better deal than other people. Again, it's coming out on September 1st. nailyourenglish.accent.com or click on the link in the description. With that, my friends, this is me, Julian Northbrook, done from another video. Do you have any questions about accent, pronunciation, or indeed anything related to that? If you do, bang them in the comments down below, and I'll check it periodically, and I'll try and include as many of them as I can in the book. The first draft of the manuscript is already done, but I am now revising and adding things that I missed. So if you do have questions about accent, pronunciation, all that good stuff, put them in the comments ASAP, and I will see you tomorrow, or whenever the next video is coming out. Same time, same place, as always. Take care, don't get caught doing anything that I wouldn't do, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Stop, wait right there. Before I go, if you want to know why there are so many different English accents in the United Kingdom, you're going to want to check out this video right here. And if you want to learn to speak in smooth, crisp British English, check out the overview for my British Stories course by clicking right here.